SEO because you hear me talk about SEO all the time. Why? It stands for search engine optimization. What is that? Well, first of all, you've got to make sure your website is being searched with the right keywords. So how do you do that? The very first thing you start out is analyzing your current website to see where you rank right now. Secondly, you want to see where your competition is, where they rank. Okay? If you look at those two things, now you can do keyword research for the top keywords in your industry. Now, you really have to use a software program to do this. And it costs some money. I spend $800 a year on my search engine optimization software. But it's going to give you a blueprint for success to follow for your SEO campaign. Once you get that and you get all the keywords and you see where your competition is and what you need to do and what changes you need to make to your website, you can start making your content keyword rich. The right density. What that means is, again, the old days, they did keyword stuffing. Let's go put 100 keywords, same keyword down at the bottom in the footer. Can't do that today. You're going to get penalized. You get slapped by Google. And it's important to understand that it's not so much about the quantity as it is the quality of your content. And once you have that blueprint, you can follow their steps and you can create the content with the right density of keywords. Okay? Now you can create other pages. Now each of these pages can be indexed separately. So if it's one topic that you want to cover on a different page, you want to do all the SEO for that page specifically, you can do that. Okay? It can get pretty deep in the SEO world, but first start optimizing your homepage, because the majority of people are going to go to your homepage, and that's where you're going to be driving your traffic. Typically, people don't go any further, but for search engine purposes, yes, you can create other pages, and we can show you how to do that actually, and how to get ranked fast with individual pages on one topic. So it's kind of like a blog, basically the same principle. After you got your list now, you want to take those keywords, break it down, figure out where in the paragraphs do these keywords go. Again, I recommend about 3 to 4 lines per paragraph. 3 to 4 paragraphs is all you really need on your home page. Make sure when you put your images, you use alt image and write the keyword for that image in there. The titles, there's H1 through H6 headers, they're called. Now in your platform, your website platform, typically when you go to hit the text button, it will indicate on there whether it be H1, H2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. And typically most people, if you just use H1 through H3, you're going to beat everyone. Most people don't even use any headers. But I know from experience that headers do count for search engine optimization. So make sure you do those for each paragraph, make it different. Backlinks. Let's talk about backlinks. It's if I link to you, your website, I connect to you, and you link back to me, that's called a backlink. Now, linking that you're going to create with the social media sites, you're creating links with each one of those sites. Backlinking is a little more difficult because some people don't want to reciprocate. And if you can find people in your industry that you're doing business with right now, that's who I would recommend linking with. You can have a separate page, partner page. Create a partner page and you put their logo, little description next to it, link to their website, and then tell them to do the same thing. Now you've got this reciprocal link going on. Now if the page ranking of that particular business is high, like page ranking 1 or 2 or 3, those are low. But if you take something up anywhere from 6 on, those are high page ranking. And those are the ones you want to link to and you can do searches and find out where they rank in page ranking. You know, obviously Google's like a 10, but even some of the other, I would say, directories are good to look at. If you want to utilize sometimes connecting to some directories, that'll help with some links. You can do that as well. That's why a lot of directories, you can go out there and you pay a subscription for all the links to their different sites, and they have, like, you know, they could have hundreds of them actually, depending on what you want to pay. You could do that as well. Now, there's just so many things you can do in the SEO world as far as organic. You know, you can create a blog, link that blog back to your website, because now you've got fresh new content, and the search engines love fresh new content. You could have an internal blog, which I recommend highly, in your website. Make sure it's right there. But you can also do some, you know, WordPress or Blogger you can use for your blog. I mean, WordPress was actually created for blogging. It's really a blog site. It got converted. A lot of people use it for website development. But keep in mind, WordPress is open source. What does that mean? It's free. People contribute to the source. So in the past, you know, there's been viruses and different things, software issues with WordPress, and sites go down and they get hacked or what have you. They get viruses. So keep in mind, that's always potential. It's free for a reason. So that's your choice, what you use. I don't use that platform. I use a couple other platforms, and I'm happy to share that with you. But you know, that's really important to know. Obviously, you can branch off from your website with SEO, like I said, doing all different pages, and you can build that over months, years, what have you. It's all going to help. There's a lot to SEO that I really can't go into in this video training right now, but if you really want to know more about it, you can actually join our VIP training session. That's going to go into more in depth on SEO, because SEO, let me tell you, it's taken me 20 years to get it down pat, and there's no way I could teach it in even an hour or a day. I mean, it's a lot of training, guys. So I'd have to put together a separate training series for search engine optimization, taking you by the hand, step by step by step. This session is developed to just give you some basics to get you started. And it's a lot of information that's good. Let me tell you, I didn't have this information when I was learning. I had to learn this stuff. So, you know, so after doing it for 20 plus years now, I've gotten really good at it, and I know what works. So we can go into that step by step if you're really interested in getting ranked on the first page with the search engines. But until next time, I'm Paul DeBellis, and you guys have a great day. God bless you, and much success. Remember, help as many people as you can, and you will reap the benefits as well. You know, it's the giving and receiving. If we work with that in mind, we help one another grow. And that's important. Focus on that. Focus on helping others, and you will succeed. You guys have a great day.